Welcome to Student Spotlight, a presentation of College Success Arizona. This program features the hardworking college students who have earned scholarships from College Success Arizona and are now pursuing their educational goals and career passions. Today on Student Spotlight, we interview Miguel Solorio.
I was born in Santa Rosa, California, but I moved around a lot in my childhood. My dad was a chef, and he would often get positions in different states. So we moved around from a lot of cities in Northern California, and then to Phoenix, and then Nevada, and then to Indiana. Spent some time in Cancun, Mexico. That's where my parents had a restaurant. But after coming back from Cancun, that's when I started high school at Peoria High School.
So you graduated from Peoria High School?
Correct.
And how old are you currently?
I'll be 23 in 2 days.
And you're attending school at the University of Arizona in Tucson. What are you pursuing educationally?
I'm studying architecture, and I'm in my last year right now.
And what is your dream job? What do you hope to do?
I want to be an architect.
Is there a specific type of architecture? Like when you say you want to be an architect, is there a certain type of building that you want to design or construction that you want to focus on?
Yeah. In school, we learn a little bit about everything, but I think I want to focus on smaller scale stuff like housing, like smaller projects, not so urban. Something that I can give back to my community and culture with.
This interest in architecture, where did that come from?
I think it had to do a lot with like me growing up and moving in all these places and seeing different people and just a different built environments. And in addition to that, I think that had to do with my childhood. I was like raised in a kind of poverty-stricken childhood family, so I had to experience a lot of deteriorated, or we often live with like family members. So just living through that hardship, I think I got firsthand what that experience would be like and how I want to help people with architecture like that.
So you would like to use your education in architecture ultimately to maybe go in and do improvements in, like, for instance, in inner city somewhere maybe?
Yeah, possibly. But I think more so like low-income housing, researching and practicing new methods and materials and techniques in construction that could be economical and ultimately make the housing or renting more affordable to those families.
Is technology, it seems like it's present in all areas of our lives, but I don't know that we hear a lot about technology in architecture, but has it played a role in the advancement of architecture and overall construction of housing and commercial development?
Yeah, I would say so. And especially in more recent years, there's been new materials. I'll give you an example. I'm right now. I'm working. We're building a low-income house in school, and we're exploring a new material called scoria. It's like a lava rock type material, and through these houses that we built, I think we built about 10 or so in the school already. We get to pretty much put thermostats inside the walls of those walls and pretty much research how these walls and how these walls perform thermally and, for human comfort.
Beyond the books, I understand that you've had several or multiple internships. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. My first internship I got after my third year of school. It was with an architecture office in Scottsdale. And what I did with them is I got to build some physical models of a Navajo community that's being built right now, actually, in Hook, Arizona. It's up north. And same with that, they're also exploring materials that are local and economical. So I got to do that. After that, I got an internship here in Tucson, where I was just working on development work on construction drawings on a house that's being renewed. And
I also understand that you have some hobbies such as photography?
Yeah, photography I think I picked up along the way in architecture school. I always had an interest in it, but it wasn't until architecture school that I actually picked it up. I picked it up as a hobby, and in school we had to take a lot of pictures of models and we always often have to do like graphic illustrations of our projects. So I think that kind of gave some sensitivity towards my graphic and my photography abilities. But recently, I've actually been doing portrait photography and family photography just on the side as extra source of income, and that's fun. I do it probably maybe once a month.
And ultimately, do you want to live in Tucson or maybe come back to Phoenix?
I like Tucson, but I think I'll end up going back to Phoenix for a little bit before I actually move to a city, because I think I want to end up in a city.
You want to end up in which city?
On the West Coast, so I've been looking at San Diego and Seattle, Portland.
The way you were raised, you lived in a lot of different places, born in Santa Rosa, right above San Francisco and Cancun, you mentioned, some other places. Has that given you a bug to travel? Do you want to see different places, live in different places?
Yeah, absolutely. I love seeing new things and meeting new people. So definitely my childhood had something to do with that. I've actually traveled. I studied abroad, I think my sophomore year of school. I went to Europe. It wasn't architecturally related, but I took some communication and business classes. And then the following summer, I took a trip to India with two of my friends, and we did a backpacking trip. So yeah, traveling is really big with me.
And you're one of the hundreds now of students who have earned a scholarship from College Success Arizona, which provides up to $6,000 per year for educational expenses. Can you talk about how that money has helped ease the cost and the financial burden of college?
Yeah, school is really expensive, not just tuition and housing, but in school you have to pay out of pocket for trips and for your materials to build your projects. Yeah, these scholarships, they really help you at the end. I actually had 4 of my years paid for, all paid for, but since my program is 5 years, I was able to renew my scholarship with ACSF, and they're funding my 5th year now, which is great.
In addition to the financial support, the scholarship provides an academic advisor. We call them success advisors, and your success advisor is Matt Sotelo. Can you talk about Matt's role in your life?
Yeah, sure. I meet with Matt about 2 or 3 times a semester, and we meet up and get coffee, and we pretty much catch up on where I'm at, what I'm currently doing, and if I have any struggles or issues, he can help me with that. And we also talk about him too, so it's a kind of a friendship we've formed over time.
And for middle and high school students in Peoria and beyond, can you offer some advice for those who might be considering college?
I think a lot of times students after high school, it's at an early age and they're not really sure what they want to do with their lives. It's a huge step, and they're pretty young. But I would say go to school, because even if it's not what you want to do or you're not sure about it, university or college education really helps you learn about yourself and your values and your goals, and you might not continue on with that career that you chose, but you definitely learned a lot about yourself and you grow as a person.
And I guess a final question, if you think about your overall college experience in its totality, can you say in retrospect and in the current tense of what has been the best part of college?
I would say the best part of college is also the worst part of college, which is, those, I think it was my second year, or probably my 4th year of school. It was really stressful. My major is really competitive, and we go from 200 students to 50 students by the end of graduation. So I think the best part is just really immersing yourself in education and just learning as much as you can, while you're here. Yeah, I think just, those all-nighters and staying up late and, those deadlines. I think it's exhausting and it's stressful, but it's also the time you learn the most.
Thank you, Miguel, for the interview and for working so hard to make a difference in our community.